The Ukrainian Tennis Federation has responded to a proposal that would ban players from competing in tournaments alongside Russian and Belarusian rivals. The Ukrainian Tennis Federation has stepped in and called on their players to compete alongside Russian and Belarusian athletes. It comes in response to a proposal from the country's Olympic Committee, which would ban Ukrainians from competing in tournaments with Russian and Belarusian athletes. But players like Lesia Surenko have already pulled out of matches against rivals from the two nations. The UTF has urged its athletes to play with and beat their Russian and Belarusian rivals in an open letter to both the National Olympic Committee of Ukraine and the Ministry of Youth and Sports of Ukraine. It claimed the body's new proposals would lead to the destruction of Ukrainian tennis. It comes after the NOC suggested that all Ukrainians should boycott all international tournaments that allow Russians and Belarusians to play. But the federation's view isn't shared by all of its players, as world number 81 Surenko recently pulled out of Indian Wells after she had panic attacks ahead of her match against Belarus Aryna Sabalenka. The International Tennis Federation was the first among the largest federations to suspend the membership of the national federations of Russia and Belarus. The letter reads, "Teams from these countries are disqualified from all team competitions without exception, including the Davis Cup and Billie Jean King Cup, where the Russians were the defending champions of both competitions." The federation added, "Admission of individual athletes takes place only under the neutral, white, flag." The ATP and WTA professional tennis tours supported this decision and introduced the same restrictions. Unfortunately, despite all the efforts of the Tennis Federation of Ukraine and professional players, the governing bodies of tennis did not suspend individual athletes. The UTF letter was co-signed by several Ukrainian players including the country's top-ranked woman Angelina Kalinina, and claimed that the proposal would destroy tennis. Such a decision will lead to the destruction of Ukrainian tennis, because players from these countries participate in almost every competition, it read.